3. Welcome, Tara. She is 34 weeks. We're getting started with lower body. All right, you're up on this wall. I'm gonna take this little wall. Wall sit, so your knees are underneath your heels. Every piece of your back, including your head, neck, and shoulders, are on that wall. I want you to press your lower back, pin your belly button to the wall, lift up nice and tall, squeeze your bum, squeeze your inner thighs in towards one another, just to keep your hips, knees, and ankles in alignment. Good. Walk your feet under and then press to stand up. Bend your knees, sink your hips into a small squat, and then drag your right heel to connect to your left. Right foot only. Bend your knees, sink your hips. When you bend your knees and sink your hips, try to think wider and higher instead of narrow and lower. You want to protect that low back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Toes and knees turned out. That's an external rotation from your hip. Take a break. Zip up your pants, step your feet out nice and wide. Bend your knees and sink your hips to what's comfortable. Lift your left heel up and rotate over that left thigh. Snap, snap. Your tempo is not near as important as your form. Lift and lengthen your spine and then rotate through that mid-back, through that torso. Open through your chest, breathe, squeeze your booty. Fourth and final move, your right foot is in front, left foot steps back and across. Squeeze your upper inner thighs. You're gonna post low in your curtsy and then stand up into a passe. That's a figure 4, open your hip. Back, 2, 3, stand. Butt tight, hip strong on that right side. As you start to fatigue, make sure that hip doesn't swing out. Down, 2, 3, beautiful. That is your first round. We're moving back to that wall. Round number 2, take your time to get there. Good. Hips and knees can be in a straight line. Your option there is your hips are a little higher than your knees. I want you to feel this in your quads, right on the top of those legs. Pressing every piece of your spine into that wall. Find your breath. Walk your feet underneath you and then press off. Good, let's mount that horse, a little carousel position. This time we're gonna drag that left heel in, down, drag. Stand up tall when you bend your knees. Squeeze your bum, press your thighs to the back wall, and then feel your inner thighs activate when you sweep that heel. Good, now step your feet out nice and wide. Wider than your hips. Bend your knees, sink your hips. It should be comfortable, but you should feel some activation in that lower body. Heels lift as you rotate, and then drive those hands and arms down full length. Good. Relax through your shoulders. Your neck is long. You're breathing. Booty tight. Well done. Left foot is now in front. We have the curtsy. We're pulsing down for 3. Lifting up on that 4th beat. Open hip. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Stand. 3, 2. Option, toes ground. Step it back. Grounding, find your balance. Option, grabbing a wall, grabbing a chair for a little extra support. Good job. Round number 3. How does this one feel? Good? You can feel it. Option here for the last 2 rounds. Alternating, lifting those heels. Only if your back is on the wall. If you feel that arch, I want you to only focus on driving that belly button in towards the wall. But for a little bit extra fire, walk your feet and press off. Here we go. That right heel is sliding in. Rule of thumb when you're in your 3rd trimester is to get through the class with form in mind. You don't need to go faster. You don't need to sink deeper. All you need to do is keep your posture stack. So think about ears, shoulders, hips stacked on top of one another. Wide feet. We're snapping, lifting those heels. Snap, barreALLEY. Let's do this, 20 seconds on the clock. Zip up your pants. What does that mean? Make sure your belly isn't pulled out. Zip up your pants as if you're putting on your tightest jeans, which means every pair of pants lately, right? Every pair of pants are tight, right? So draw that up and in. We have right foot in front. You're ahead of me. 3, 2, 1, press stand. 3, 2, 1, standing leg, activate that glute, squeezing your butt. Glute activation, strengthening your glutes will help take that pressure off of the front of your body as your belly starts to grow. Beautiful job. 4th and final round, here we go. Are we adding those heels? All right. Up, down. You can go all, if you feel like you can move faster and you have the right support, go for it. She's pushing me. I haven't been pregnant in 3 years and she's already blown by me. Good, shoulders are relaxed, chest is open. Walk those feet under, press off, stand up. Mount that horse, right? So just slightly wider than your hips, and then drag and close. When you squat and bend your knees, you'll automatically hinge at your hips, so pull your belly in away from the floor, and then try to lock that weight into your heels so you don't fall too far forward. Down, squeeze. Well done. Good, now step those feet up nice and wide. External rotation from the hips, toes and knees face the top corners of your mat. Let's go. Good, here's where you want to focus, ears, shoulders, hips, staying stacked on one another. Your tail faces the mat. Don't let it sweep out to the back of the wall. Butt tight. We have one final move, that's a left-legged curtsy. Hold slow for 3. Stand up with control on that 4th beat. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Stand pressing tall. Option 2, keep that right foot low, tap. Down. 2, 3, press and stand. Down. 2. Good. Almost there. Nice job. Grab a drink.